Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. The radio goes Roger Roger, click 10-4. The Vegan and Tomcat finally get some Christmas lights in the cockpit. We make a review of 2021 for DCS World, and we look to the future and what it has reserved for us. This and more on How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I am Andre Celesti, and tonight we are going to talk about year 2021 in DCS World. Yes, fellow flight enthusiasts, it has been a year. And what a year! Full with news, updates, add-ons and lots of content for my favorite simulator out there. So as 2021 is almost over, we still have an upcoming open beta that according to ED will be a very important one for DCS World. With fixes for some World War II issues and completing several new features for the F-16C Viper, like the arrival of the ECM pod, a very much improved HSD cursor, new air-to-ground features for the helmet, and semi-automatic and automatic countermeasure programs. But wait, there is more! In the next open beta release, we will get our hands on a major update to integrated radio communications. So for those of you wondering, the voice chat now operates natively with DCS and no additional software or installs are required. We also need to bear in mind that enhancements will be ongoing and that ED is expecting our feedback and bug reporting after the first implementation of the system goes live very soon. Alongside all of this, we will get radio communications for the combined arm roles, ground units, ATC and AWACS. Further development will contain encrypted communication noises, clicks, distortions and voice synthesizing in real time and more. And to ensure correct usage of this new and improved feature, we will have access to a document on how to use DCS voice chat. Music to my ears. Moving on, Hit Blur Simulations have announced that next week they will ship a massive vegan patch, altogether with the Tomcats and Vegans Night Lightning revamp for the latest DCS engine. Last week we got to see more updates from ED, like the new appearance for 3D ground units with the infrared sensors. In a few screenshots we noticed the signatures of tires which increase in brightness based on distance driven over various terrain types. According to ED, infrared signatures vary significantly with changing season, time of day and engine loading. The guns, cannons and engines will also emit contrasting radiant intensities, and cooling times will also be part of the overall flare improvements, all of this coming soon. Back in January, we released a video highlighting the DCS roadmap for 2021. And today, I got to sit down and mark all the things we managed to get, the ones that suffered a bit of a delay, or the ones that didn't get mentioned anymore throughout the year. I highly recommend for those of you interested to take your time and see how 2021 started back in January 13 for DCS World and how it will end very soon. If we look closely, we can say without any hesitation that 2021 was a great year for DCS World and our virtual pilots. The FA-18C got launched out of early access, making way on the development stage for the F-16C Viper. We got the Mi-24P Hind and made a new friend named Petrovic.
Very good friend indeed, da. You have a cigarette?
Sadly, I don't smoke.
No problem, then you, my friend, buy for me.
The Mosquito got launched in early access and I still don't know how to proper fly this wooden bird. We got the new high detail volumetric clouds with weather presets that we can load in our missions and still wait for more functionality and finer control later on. The new World War II damage model got introduced and got tethered to our modern aircrafts, alongside new particle effects, explosions and a new prop technology. Our friends at Hit Blur updated the F-14 Tomcat and introduced the Forrestal carrier. Throughout the year, we got updated units for ground and air, and new additions for a more immersive environment. And speaking of environment, expansions happen on almost every map, starting with the introduction of Cyprus Island on the Syria map with new locations and air bases. Same thing happened to the channel map, with the addition of the winter season and working choo-choo trains. And who can forget our new free map, the Marianas Islands, that already got expanded with new islands in the north and new points of interest along the way. All existing modules got plenty of updates and improvements and continue their path throughout development. But this year, we got plenty of news regarding new modules that are still waiting for a future release. One of them is the A6 Intruder, a flyable module that will be released by HitBlur in partnership with Eagle Dynamics. Here's a glimpse from our coverage back in February this year. Avionics. Operated by a crew of 2 in a side-by-side seating configuration, the workload was divided between the pilot and a weapons officer. In addition to conventional munitions, the type was also compatible with the Navy's air-based nuclear weapons, which were deployable via the toss bombing techniques. In June, India Fox Echo teased their flyable G91R module, the Italian, German and aerobatic versions. Then later on in November, we got an update that they are working on detailing the visual module and they believe that the development time will be much shorter than the MB339, which is submitted for review to Eagle Dynamics. So we are waiting to hear more about it in 2022. The next announcement we had this year was the developing of the F1 Mirage by Aegis Engineering. This news brought a lot of joy to our fellow virtual pilots from around the world. Let's take a look. Featuring effects like wing bending due to high G-forces, wing torsion that causes a change in the AOA throughout the wingspan and the roll movement, and once testing is done, they will be ready for an early access release. This year we also witnessed the announcement of TrueGrid's partnership with HitBlur in order to bring the Eurofighter Typhoon to DCS World. We know that the Eurofighter has been announced quite a long time ago, but a guy can dream of a 2022 with yellow stars and blue. Our friends from Polychop Simulations are hard at work with the OH-58D Kiowa Warrior module for DCS World. The helicopter will be released as system complete, something we don't see too often, so no early access for this one. Which means that all systems need to get into the chopper and function as they should. Now the devs specify that some quality of life updates and non-essential features might be added later on after release. Moving on, Razbam didn't let us down this year and delivered many updates on their work with the F-15E Strike Eagle. We know that good things take time, and alongside many projects that this developer is aiming for release in DCS World, the Strike Eagle is the most anticipated. At least in my book. And no, dear friends, we didn't forget about the South Atlantic map. We covered that in a different video. So check it out. These were just a few highlights from what we learned in 2021 when it comes to new releases for DCS World. We keep an eye on all of them in the upcoming year. As for this year, we anticipated many more features to be delivered, but as we said in the beginning of the year, some promises are fated to be broken. And as the year progressed, we got a few delays here and there, knowing in our hearts that these things happen and we understand how development works, especially during these troubled times. In my opinion, it's better to wait and receive a more polished product. We patiently await to hear more about Vulkan API, dynamic weather effects, the highly anticipated dynamic campaign, and the modern air combat module project thingy, plus many other features we still look forward hearing about in the following years. So with the DCS winter sale being active as we speak, Santa will bring many flying gifts this year to virtual pilots from all over the world. I know that wonderful feeling of starting to take notes on system management, cold and dark startups employing weapon tutorials, and many evenings watching videos for my upcoming new modules. So let the festive season begin with offers up to 50% discount on most popular modules and campaigns. The eShop sale will run until the 10th of January 2022. 2021 for Hip Games TV has been a successful year. And that's all thanks to you guys. The DCS community is the best out there to provide quality content and a breath of fresh air for creators alike. I thank each and every one of you guys that watch our channel, write to us almost every video. I cannot ask for more. And the fact that we are approaching 6,000 subscribers very soon speaks to me more than everything that what I do here is important. As some of you may know, I recently got a new job, nothing permanent, it's just for the time being in order to keep things on track. I did my best so it doesn't affect our channel whatsoever. And around New Year's Eve, I will make an announcement that may interest some of you. It has to do with my singer career, so stay tuned for that. Once again, thank you all for watching. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to all of you. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.